We already mentioned Age of Extinction in the Transformers Thursday from last month. We had the
Super Bowl trailer.
Yeah. We had that, so it was a shorter trailer. Now we're going to show you a longer one, the extended version.
This is the full trailer, the first trailer. Well, it's not really even the trailer, it's the teaser trailer. So this isn't even the final trailer yet.
It's over 2.5 minutes long. It's a massive trailer. It goes into really good depth.
And it's not the final thing!
So now we're going to show you this trailer that's been released. But now we're just going to talk you through what we think about it. So here we go.
Okay, so now guys, I'm going to do a trailer analysis and review, and Dave here, he's not seen the trailer yet, so it's going to be his first reaction.
Yeah.
Start up the trailer.
Okay, let's go.
Alonso.
Trailer's up there.
Okay, so we're seeing a house. In case you hadn't noticed. Trains.
Yes.
Optimus Prime.
This is brilliant.
We
haven't seen this version of Optimus Prime since G1.
Oh my god, there's a black person.
No, this is a live-action G1 Optimus Prime, which is epicness.
Yeah.
They're calling it Evasion Mode Prime.
This is obviously muted, but we can still see it. This is Prime. It's Prime now. And what's he doing?
He's trying to see what scrap he can get from this, and now he's actually bringing Prime to life because he's realised he's found a Transformer. And now the government's getting involved, or should I say, in my opinion, mech. I believe that in this story, mech are the bad guys, not Decepticons. Autobots and Decepticons are on the same side, in my opinion. And this mech from Transformers Prime, you may have heard of him if you've watched Transformers Prime, they are in this live-action film, and they are killing Autobots and Decepticons. Like you see them killing Ratchet.
Yeah.
And they're making their own Decepticons, like Lockdown, in my opinion. This is all my own rules.
We just saw then on the trailer, it said the rules have changed.
Yeah. Literally, the rules have changed.
Rather than Autobots and Decepticons, now we have Autobots and Decepticons versus
humans.
The human race.
At least this is what I think, personally.
This is, again, us just...
speculation.
Yeah. But it seems very likely.
Very likely. I mean, we just saw humans killing Ratchet.
Yeah. And
who else could that be other than mech?
I think if we see, if the Autobots and Decepticons, if they realise the threat that humans are posing to them, then they would combine and they would fight together.
Yeah. And we've even got Dinobots, so it's Autobots, Decepticons, and Dinobots.
So there you go. That's pretty awesome.
Versus humans.
Yeah. Okay.
So
that concludes our analysis of the film.
And his first reactions.
Yep. Okay, now we're going to move on and talk about reviews. And related stuff.
Okay, jump cut.
Ta-da.
Hello guys, and welcome to the figure review section. To begin with, I will review the Unhinged Dalek. And I shall have a comparison with the amazing, fantastical Unhinged Cyberman. Yes, they are both made out of stone, and yes, they both have articulation. And no, that doesn't make any sense at all. But you did see the Dalek move when it was made out of stone, remember?
Stone with articulation.
Well, you did see it in the episode.
We saw it, but the BBC just decided, yeah, logic, just...
They did that when they created Doctor Who.
I suppose, yeah. They just decided, we could create a TV show that can throw logic out the window. We'll do it.
Yes. And 50 years later, here we are. Destructive foot. Anyway, continuing with the review. Yes.
So yeah, we have a stone version of the Paradigm Dalek,
which has 360 at the head, Don't defy it, Dave.
Okay.
Up and down at the eye stalk.
Is it up
Ball
and down or
jo-
is it ball joint at the eye stalk as
No,
well?
it looks like a ball joint, but it
Yeah.
doesn't go side to side.
Doesn't?
No.
Oh, no, it doesn't, no. It's just literally vertical movement. Oh.
Well, did you see it go side to side in the episode? No.
Okay, fine. Not defying BBC's logic here.
360 at the plunger arm, and 360 at the exterminator arm.
Yep, manipulator and exterminator.
Which
the
are
egg
both
whisk.
on ball joints,
Yep,
which
that's
is
good.
epic.
Mhm.
And then we have wheels, so you can move it in any direction you want with free movement. It's sort of like a skateboard.
It's a Dalek. Shut up. It's a Dalek on a skateboard.
Yes, yes it is.
Okay.
Make the Dalek and the Cyberman high five. Yeah, they're now in the Plumbing Incorporated.
I'm sorry, but it's true.
Right, so the comparison between the Paradigm Stone Dalek and
They're both made out of stone.
is that literally your comparison?
Well, they are.
They are made of stone.
Well,
Brilliant.
this is a much lighter stony effect, if you would agree. This is quite.
There's a slight.
This is a
texture,
darker.
but-
This is a darker texture of stone, and the Cyberman seems to have a lot less gravel type texture on it as well.
But they are both very similar in appearance.
They are.
Obviously, because they're different species, you can tell the difference between them clearly. But they are both stone, both made from the same kind of materials, same texture, similar appearance. So yeah. Okay, right now moving on. Ta-da! Right. So these figures, which one do you want to talk about next?
Clara.
We'll talk about the Ice Warrior in a bit.
I'm going to talk about this one now.
So she is a 3.75 inch, as you can see, much smaller than these guys. And she comes with the nice Series 2 50th anniversary stand, which is in a nice silver, which is of the DW
Bring her close
logo,
to
which
the
is the
camera so you can
TARDIS. She comes with, of course, her
Satchel / handbag / aerial bag
Messenger bag.
/
Which-
messenger bag / Jordan's old bag that
No,
no,
it's
longer
not.
has the monster logo on it.
There we go.
Okay, so it's a nice inclusion. It has some detail of gold on the buckle and that,
don't know
which
if-
is quite
What do you
nice.
think? Bye!
So long, farewell, I'll be your saint adieu. Adieu,
I've only one thing to say to you.
to you and you and you.
Okay. Bye!
And it's a nice accessory. It's nice that she comes with it, because she could have just come with nothing.
But it's good that we got other parts of her character with it.
Yeah. And, of course, on to the figure. This is an improved version of Clara, because the original had rubbish hair that looked nothing like the actress. Really big, puffy hair that made her look like River Song. So I'm glad they sorted that out. I do not have the original figure, because I didn't buy it because of the hair. I may buy it one day, but maybe not, I don't know. I'm just happy to have a Clara.
Yeah, it's great. Anything else about the figure?
Well, it's in my favourite costume, actually, that we've seen her in so far, that she's worn in the 50th anniversary special, actually, which was, so this is pretty much the 50th anniversary Clara. And articulation-wise, she has a 360 at the upper arm, rotation at the upper arm, bend at the elbow. I'm not sure if she has a rotation at the lower arm. If so, mine's tight. She has a 360 at the head, but is hindered by the hair. She has in and out at the top of the legs and back and forth. She has a bend at the knee, and that's all her articulation. Likeness-wise, it's very nice to Jenna Louise Coleman, and it's very nicely detailed, and I'm going to give this figure a thumbs up. It's an awesome figure.
What's the rating though? Let me guess, 10. As always.
No, I mean, I can't, I'm sorry, but with this figure, maybe an 8 out of 10 for the Dalek. With Clara, it's a 3.75 inch figure, and I don't want to support the 3.75 inch figures in any way because I was really annoyed that they changed the scale, so 6 out of 10 just because of the size. It's a nice likeness, but terrible size change. Okay, move on to Zygon Nurse. And I have lots of comparisons for Zygon Nurse. And comparisons are falling over, never worry. And even the 5-inch Zygon. So this is the 50th anniversary Zygon, as was actually seen in the 50th anniversary special. We know this because it was seen in the 50th anniversary special. It also comes with the 50th anniversary base that Clara got. And it's identical to the actual Zygon in the show. I can't say much more than that. It is identical in every way, don't you think, Dave?
Yeah, I agree. It's amazing.
I mean, detail-wise, it's just flawless. It is the best 3.75 inch figure I have seen on all the waves. It's the only reason that I decided to give them a chance with this scale. So, articulation-wise, this Zygon has some of the best, if not the best, in fact, I'm going to say the best articulation I've seen on this scale of figures. It has a spin at the foot, which is rare for this scale. It has a bend at the knee. It has what seems to be a ball and pin joint at the leg, so it goes in and out to the side and back and forth. It's got a ball and pin joint here, so it goes out to the side and up and down at the upper arm, and then at the elbow it moves up and down, and the wrist turn. Of course, there's no head articulation because you don't really need it from a Zygon, because you don't really see their heads turn.
No, they just turn themselves.
Yeah.
That is actually great. I mean, the articulation on there. If you wanted the head to move, I guess sometimes it would. But obviously you wouldn't be able to do that on the figure because of the shape of the head.
You could always mod the figure.
If you turn it round as well, you can see at the back of the head. There's a long. This bit here. This would definitely hinder the articulation. This is probably what prevents it, which is why they haven't made the head to move.
Also, I think it's better that it doesn't have head movement because it would obstruct a lot of the detail you get in the figure.
Yeah, you would lose out on a lot of detail there at the neckline. I think what Character Options have done here is actually it's amazing. Great articulation all over the figure, and to preserve detail, they have removed the head rotation, which you don't see too often. So it's it's a minor limitation, but it gives you brilliant detail.
Yeah, and I hate to say this, but this figure, just articulation-wise, is superior to its 5-inch predecessor. The classic series Zygon in 5 inches has a lot less articulation than this 3.75-inch modern Zygon. So, articulation-wise, it's had a win. It's really good articulation. I'm really impressed with it. And it's a very nicely moulded and detailed figure as well. And a lot of people have been complaining that the oranges are a bit dark in areas and that. And I don't see what they're complaining about. I really like how the oranges sort of blend and they have that shadow. I don't know why people are complaining about the shadow effect.
It
looks like it makes it look like it
realistic.
has depth.
It gives it another dimension in a way. You can see, like you said, it gives the perception of the depth, and you can.
So I don't understand why so many reviewers have been complaining about
I
this.
really like the colours used here as well. It's an amazing figure all round. I'll give it 10 out of 10.
I'm going to Again, I don't like their choice in turning down the scale, so I'm going to have to give it, and this is probably the highest I can rate a figure of this scale, 8 out of 10.
Yeah, 3.75 inch. I mean, I guess it gives them more chance for detail, but you lose out on the size and what you can see of the figure.
Also, it was a poor choice, really, to change the scale. It was really annoying, because we've been collecting 5 inches for years, us collectors, and then they decide, oh, 5 inches aren't valid anymore.
And, I mean, I guess with collections, you can see... Like, for example, James, with your collection, we see all the scales of the Doctor, they're all 5 inch, and then we see Capaldi. So it's like Hartnell, Troughton, all of the Doctors, they're all 5 inch, and then, oh, Capaldi.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so it was a poor choice for them to change the scale. I would have liked the scale if they still made as many 5 inches and they still made modern series 5 inch figures. I would have liked it as just an extra scale, but changing the 5 inches into 3.75 inch, I think was a poor decision.
Yeah, that was.
A really
But
poor
bringing out
decision.
new figures, I guess that's alright. If they're, as long as they don't
It's
interfere.
alright. It's alright with like the new collector that's only just started, but for us collectors that have been collecting for years, it really gets on your nerves.
And I mean, I guess, as long as it, because sometimes when it interferes with previous collections, like for example with your Doctors, you can see they're all they're all roughly the same height. And then you got Capaldi, who's down there. The rest of them are up here, it's fine. And then, oh, right.
Yeah. Still, moving on. Final part of the review, and then it's the end of this
Finally.
episode.
Wrapping it up. Right.
So, I've got 2 figures to review at once. The 11th Series 7 costume, and the 12th Doctor Regenerated. Both using the same mould of body, just different heads, and a slight retool, so one doesn't have the bow tie anymore, but they're pretty much the same figure, only without bow tie and with different heads. The 11th Doctor does have an advantage though, because it comes with a sonic screwdriver, whereas the 12th Doctor Regenerated does not.
We don't exactly know what Capaldi's screwdriver is yet. There's an image.
We've seen set images of him with the 11th Doctor.
We don't know if it is that though. We know it's got a green tip to it. The image isn't too clear though, so all we can really see, if I can find the image, I'll put it on the screen now. We can see a green tip, but we can't really see what the screwdriver is. And perhaps it's like the 11th hour, when he had David Tennant's screwdriver for the first part of it. And then at the end of the episode, he got himself a new screwdriver.
True. And there's also been rumours that that the 11th Doctor's actually going to call Clara from his incarnation, and then she's going inside the TARDIS or something like that, and then she's going to go out of the TARDIS or whatever and find the 12th Doctor, and then they're going to hug or something like that.
This is news to me. Yeah.
That's just a rumour that I've heard floating around.
That's great. Speculation.
Yeah.
It's amazing though. I mean, predicting what could be in Doctor Who.
Yeah.
I remember when I was a kid, I was walking back from a school trip or something, and I was just talking with my friend Griffin Compton. And we were just talking for hours about what could perhaps be in the next series of Doctor Who. This was back in David Tennant's time. And I was just thinking, this is just amazing. And what we predicted, most of it actually happened.
Oh,
and it was amazing.
Epic when
Yeah,
that
it's just like, well, yeah, every I thought this would happen right from the start, and it's amazing, that feeling when it's like, yeah,
we were right.
I told you, yeah, I told you so, basically, and
Yeah.
we're right.
Although, back onto the figures, because
Yeah.
this is why we're here,
Yeah.
you will notice the Matt Smith figure has one downfall that the Capaldi figure has been fixed with. The skin colour on the Matt Smith figure is orange.
Yeah.
Extremely.
Well.
People that have this figure don't need a Zygon.
No. You have a Zygon right here.
But they both have the same articulation where it's pretty much the same figure. And both have the same base, only different coloured base, because this is from Series 1, so it has the Series 1 blue base. And this is the 50th anniversary Series 2 silver base. So I'll show you the Capaldi figure for articulation. So arms are on a pin joint, a ball pin joint, so it comes in and out and up and down, probably 360. I'm not sure though. Bend at the elbow. I'm not sure if there's any wrist articulation, but we'll, I can't really tell because they're new figures and I don't want to force the wrists. Head could do a 360, but is kind of hindered by this, but you could turn it 360 if you wanted to break his neck.
I reckon you could do it without breaking the neck. It should be alright, but...
no, I don't mean the neck of the figure, I mean the neck of Capaldi.
Brilliant.
Because you're going to break his neck if you spin his head all the way around. If you turn
Capaldi's head all the way around, you would have a slight problem.
Yeah.
You'd just kind of be like...
Yeah, pretty much. So, legs go up and down. They don't go out like the Zygon, so point to Zygon. And the legs bend at the knee, and there is foot articulation.
Great. Which is also a rare feature, but we got that on the Zygon as well as Capaldi.
As well as Matt Smith. So,
I think, so this rare feature, I think they're actually bringing it to become common now, because it is popular.
well, I mean, we barely even saw that in 5 inches. I mean, especially with the Doctors, I don't think there was a single Doctor ever released that had foot articulation.
But now they are. They're bringing it. They're bringing it in, and
apart
I think
from Matt Smith,
I think it's because of popular. They see that good reviews about this foot articulation, and they're like, okay, we'll bring this into more figures, and it's brilliant. Well done.
Okay, so thank you for watching this everlasting video.
We've just about managed to conclude it now.
Okay, see you all next time. Bye.
Comment, rate, subscribe.